The end of September and early October is the time when apples start to look very prominent in our garden. There are more trees with different varieties. This is the beginning of apple season. It will go on for quite some time, and by the end of it, we might be less excited about apples than we are now when it's all starting and the baskets are getting full of all the delicious fruits. Honey, there are so many apples.
Yeah, I think the harvest will be big this year.
Yeah.
But we are going to give some away, just as we did last year. We will give some to my mom. And my dad said that he didn't have any apples this year either. So I don't think we will have a problem giving them away.
Yeah.
Four baskets already.
Wow.
Still working on the first three.
It's amazing, all the apples, there are so many of them. Wow. Wow, and this one is already full.
Yeah.
Guys, it's starting.
Here's our first apple from the trees we planted ourselves 3 years ago.
Wow.
It looks so pretty. So our first apple that we actually deserve.
It's perfect. Wow. Guys, yay. It's rewarding.
Yeah. We can split it for lunch if you want.
Yeah, we will. Guys, the apple is amazing. It's so juicy and very fresh. And it's such a good feeling to have a harvest from the tree that you planted, that we planted. Yay.
I hope I will get a half as well.
These two are for you. And I prepared also a few pears. So this is a feast.
Yum.
Yeah, but it's starting to rain. So we have to take cover. There is no enjoying this outside. And the weather today is not very good, sadly. But that's autumn.
Yeah, it's October.
Look, guys. Tommy already picked our pears 1 week ago. And there are not many of them, so they are more precious to us. And pears get bad quicker than apples, so we need to be careful and check on them from time to time, because they are not quite ready yet. They are greener and still good, but quite hard. But when you keep them here, they will get sweeter and more yellowish and more soft. And that's... wow. I love the taste. So Tommy is amazing because he picked these ones. I'm not much of a picker because, I don't know, it's not fun for me. And that sounds so weird when we have so many fruit trees and shrubs and everything. So we have to pick something all the time.
Yeah.
But that's me. Oh well.
Peter only does things that are fun.
Yes. It should be warmer this time of year, but it's only 15 degrees Celsius. Our sunflowers don't mind, luckily, and they are so pretty. I absolutely love them. Here we have red ones, or reddish, and here very pretty yellow ones, so I absolutely love them. And here we have second group of sunflowers, and they are so pretty. And look here, our shrubs are blossoming as well, and it's so pretty. Yellow and purple and yellow again. And here, these ones a different color. And these ones look such a dark red or dark orange. So I like that. The season is not over yet. It's coming to an end, sadly, but it's still here. Guys, this is the absolute peak of arugula season. Look how much we have. It's unbelievable and amazing. And the leaves are enormous. Look at these ones. This is an arugula leaf. So big. Wow. It wasn't happy in summer. It was too dry and there were a lot of bugs eating it. But then it released seeds and died. And now in autumn, when it's colder and wetter, it started growing like crazy.
On its own. We
On
didn't
its own.
plant it. This is from the seeds that just stayed here from the
Yeah.
previous generation.
Yeah, so wow, I love it. This is how I want it. You don't have to do anything and it's growing like crazy.
It's growing like weeds. It's getting into other veggies as well. So I will have to start, controlling it somehow.
Yeah.
And I will have to remove some of it.
Yeah. There is always either too little or too much.
Yeah.
So this is too much. Even me, the arugula lover, it's too much. I don't know what to do with all of this. We can try making a pesto or something. But wow.
But it's really cool because it's quite expensive when you want to buy arugula. So, it's quite a lot of money growing here.
Yeah, it is. You just put a lot of cheese on top and voila, our spaghetti with greens from our garden are ready. And it's amazing, guys. So this is the best method to get rid of a lot of greens. There is spinach, there is arugula, there is leek, and there are walnuts also. And quite a lot of extra virgin olive oil. And it's delicious. My honeybee can confirm, right?
Yum, guys.
I think, honey, maybe you used too much greens because I can't fit it in my plate and it's impossible to mix it.
Our plates are too small.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. We need bigger plates because this is pathetic.
Delicious. Just as I remember it.
This is a total mess. I hate it. I'm trying to make a arugula pesto and it looks like something is happening. Maybe this will be a successful ending. I have no idea. There is arugula, oil, sunflower seeds and walnuts grounded and a bit of salt. And let me taste it. Oh my god, it's so overwhelming. It's so arugula. Wow, but yeah, maybe together with a lot of pasta and a lot of cheese, it would be okay. We have endless amounts of arugula, so there is no shame in experimenting. I have to try everything and maybe some of these experiments will be successful.
I'd like to say that I'm looking forward to it, but it didn't sound very promising.
Does it look great? Honey, don't be afraid. This will be amazing.
Sure.
We have to have faith. Well, In the end, I hated it, but surprisingly, Tommy loved it. Yippee! Look at our pumpkin patch. It's so big, but this year it looks like we will have less pumpkins than last year. I don't know why. Maybe the conditions weren't ideal. So this is Hokkaido pumpkin or red curry squash in American English or in English, I don't know. And they are the tastiest. We love them.
And the easiest to prepare.
And the easiest to prepare, yeah, because you don't have to peel them. That's the main advantage, which I love, because otherwise preparing pumpkins is quite difficult. So this is gold. So we are picking at least a few of them.
We already picked some before, so this is the second round.
Yes, and this autumn is too cold. So there are some of them that are still light orange or yellow. So we are hoping they will get ripe. This week the weather should be better. And the problem is that there are voles, of course, here in our garden, and they like these pumpkins. So some of them were destroyed because, yeah, they've been eaten. You can see leftovers here. Doesn't look pretty. So this was a pumpkin once, but now it's been eaten.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main reasons why we have less of them this year.
Yeah, so we are afraid to keep them here longer because there is a risk of the voles destroying them.
Yeah. But we have also here some Halloween pumpkins getting ready for carving.
Guys, that's amazing, because in the past we had to buy these Halloween pumpkins to carve them. This is the second pumpkin patch. My mom planted these ones. When was it? At the end of spring or something?
Maybe even summer, I don't know.
Yeah.
So a bit late in the season.
Yeah, I think it was at the beginning of summer, and we were like, there is not enough time. They will not get ripe and big enough, but no. Look how enormous they are. This is huge.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what these are called in English.
I think it's muscat,
Muscat.
pumpkin or something like that.
Muscat pumpkin.
Maybe.
Okay. They are dark green, and I've never prepared these ones, so I think it will be a nightmare to peel them because the shape is so irregular. I also planted some cauliflower last spring, but there's only one to harvest. There are 3 plants, but the other 2 didn't create heads. And I planted more of them here, but I remember when we returned from Canada, they were all gone. They were eaten by something, probably. So we only have one. Better than nothing.
Yeah, and it's ripe now. So let's harvest it before it disappears as well.
The cauliflower is hard to grow, right?
Not as hard as broccoli, but yeah, it doesn't go on its own.
Yeah.
Wow, this one is so huge. I've never seen anything like it, at least not in our garden.
Wow.
I'll try to get it out. I don't want to break it. I did at the end.
Oh, okay.
But just a small piece, it seems.
Yeah,
but,
it's a big guy.
yeah. So it's supposed to be a reddish. But I've always planted the small red ones. And Peter brought these mysterious seeds from his colleague, and this is the result.
Yeah. Cool.
Such a big carrot.
What is that?
I don't know how I will get it out. Huh? I think it's going actually.
Carrot the giant.
Wow.
Wow.
It's so big, it exploded.
Oh. Okay, yeah. That's what you get when you grow too much.
You explode, guys.
When we are in the city, we always use all the fruits and vegetables that we pick in the garden. Here we are preparing a pepper sauce made of all the peppers that were still growing. There were a lot of them, so I made up this recipe and it is so good. It starts similar to the recipe for lecho that we showed you some time ago, only for this you use more peppers and only a few tomatoes. You can add onion or onion powder and salt. You fry and cook it for maybe 10 minutes and then you blend it into a sauce. And it's great even when the peppers are a bit hot. You wouldn't expect such a creamy sauce with so little ingredients. We put it on pasta and just add cheese, and it's very yummy.
We have a nice harvest of pears. It's not as big as it was last year, but it's still nice. Second best for sure. But we learned our lesson last year. These pears go bad very quickly. You need to let them ripen for 1 or 2 weeks, but then they start going bad. So we checked them today and we saw that few of them are already starting to go bad, and therefore we decided to start dehydrating them earlier than we did last year, because we had to throw away quite a lot of them last year.
Yeah.
So here we are. This is our first batch, and we will take a lot of them with us to the city, where we will eat them fresh. So this variety of pears is supposed to be harvested when the pears are still green, and then they continue ripening in the house and they turn to this yellow color, and that's when they are the most delicious.
Yes, I love them. They are so sweet, guys. I totally recommend this variety. It will be written here somewhere on the screen, the name of the variety in English.
I think it's a French one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
In Czech it's called Bosková lahvice. That's the name of the variety. So it sounds cool. And yeah, they are delicious. And they are even more delicious, for me at least, when they are dehydrated. It's so, the sweetness emerges from the pears.
It's almost like eating sugar.
Almost.
But they don't last very long. I don't know why. Because according to the internet, they should last for maybe 1-2 months or something like that. But in our case, they go bad after a few weeks.
Yeah, maybe the conditions are not totally ideal in the storage room.
Or maybe we pick them too late. Maybe we should pick them a little bit earlier and then they will last longer. I don't know. But I'm glad we learned our lesson and we started checking up on them much sooner.
And that's great, because we learn every year something new. We learn from our mistakes, and that's great. So yeah, it's getting better and better with us. We are such gardeners and farmers and everything.
Everything.
When we start sitting here in the kitchen, cutting the fruits and dehydrating them, that means that the summer is absolutely over. And the autumn is here. So yeah, this is very autumn vibes for me.
It's the end of an era.
Yeah, sadly.
So we used 12 pears to fill up this dehydrator, which is not many, but we don't have that many pears. We have 50 or something like that. We actually bought a bigger dehydrator for this season, which we haven't tested yet, but we will definitely use it for apples because we have a lot of those.
Yeah.
The pears are dehydrated. It looks like we were successful. They have a good consistency. And we already tasted them and they are delicious, just as we remembered them from last year.
Yes, yum.
Hopefully we will have more of them in the future. We planted 2 more pear trees for our own, because right now we only have one, whole one. So in the future we will hopefully have a much bigger harvest.
Yes, I want that. So hopefully you are right. And then the lovely sun decided to show up again, and it got warmer and much more pleasant.
Imagine a perfect day, absolutely flawless in every way. That's the day I'm having right now. I pinch my arm to believe. I wish I could stay right here and never leave. Wait up, sundown, wait a while. I don't want this day to end.
There are so many apples, as always. It's been like this every year, right?
Yeah, apples are very constant.
Yeah, and it goes fast because they are quite big, so
Yeah.
the baskets are full quite fast.
Yeah, which is a nice feeling.
Yeah, but there are still a lot of apples on the trees, so
Yeah.
it seems like it's going quickly, but it's only like a feeling
Yeah.
because of the baskets. But yeah, we will have so many of apples.
This is just a small part of one tree, and we have like 5 trees to
Yeah.
harvest, so we'll have, I don't know, dozens of these baskets.
Yeah, but I still love it, even though apples are not my favorite. But it's always such a great feeling to have your own harvest and so much of it.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
We've already tested that we have so many apples that they last us the whole year, because we dehydrate a lot of them, and then I keep eating the dehydrated ones all year long. And we still have those from last season,
Yeah,
and we are already harvesting new ones.
yeah,
And we will, of course, give away some of them, just like we did previous years. My mom and my dad both said that they would be interested in some apples. Maybe your parents will take some as well, and your colleague at work. So
yeah. My colleague at work
yeah,
is interested in apples or various fruits, so she was already saying that if you have like a lot of something, I'm here, so give me.
yeah. Who wouldn't like to receive already harvested fruits, right?
Yeah.
So we are suppliers for quite a lot of people.
And we were thinking we can always go somewhere and they could make apple cider for us. There are these little local facilities or whatever that is, but we have never tried it. So yeah, but on the internet there were a few in the surroundings, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how that works. You just bring these full baskets and then they make the cider for you.
And then you pay.
And then, then you pay.
Or we could maybe buy the tool that you use, but I guess it's expensive. But we
Yeah.
could use it every year, so maybe it would be worth it.
Yeah, okay, we will think about it. Not this season, but maybe in the future. Or maybe we will try it even this season after all. You never know, as we change our minds constantly and learn new things as we go. Autumn is totally in the air, and even though we get these pretty warm days here and there are signs everywhere that change is inevitable. Plants are prepared to take a rest, and their leaves are getting more colorful by the minute. But it is not over yet. The peak fall foliage is yet to come. Don't forget to brighten up our day with a nice comment or a thumbs up. And see you guys next time. Bye!